Number 1.
I really love this LG V10, but one of the problems I have is the audio losing sync with the video. This happens in a longer style video, sometimes a shorter video, but usually if it's a little longer, in the higher definition, the more the problem seems to be. In 1080p, it'll lose it after 20 or 30 seconds, and then it starts to progressively get worse. I have to stop Premiere Pro and separate the audio from the video, resync it up, and then go again. And then I have to do that constantly to keep it right. That's kind of a pain. Now, I've done some research, because at first I thought it was just me. Maybe I had a software glitch, maybe my editing program was causing this, but it happens with Windows Media Player. It happens with all the other media players. It's actually the audio losing sync with the video. And that's a real pain. I'm really hoping they're going to come up with some kind of software fix for this, some kind of update that they can fix this. That would be fantastic. Please do this. Okay, so it's not the end of the world, but it is one of the minor things that irritate me, and we're going to talk about some more.
Number 2.
All know the LG V10 has great manual video control. It's fantastic. We go into manual mode. Now we've got all this control. Sorry, manual video mode. Okay, now we've got all this control. We've got our meters up here. We've got our audio, our shutter speed, ISO, manual focus, white balance. All this stuff is really cool. We can turn audio exposure off. We can do our exposures. That stuff is really great. So you're thinking, so when I'm doing a video using the front-facing camera, I can turn this microphone all the way toward myself and get better audio. No, because when you go to the front-facing camera, all of your manual controls go away. You don't have any. There's nothing there. You can choose full HD or HD, which would be 720p, and the full HD would be 1080p. You can choose your aspect ratio, and that's about it. You know, you can choose to take a picture by saying cheese or whiskey or whatever, but you can't choose your manual focus. You can't control exposure. You can't control the directivity of the microphone. Why they wouldn't let me control the direction of the microphone, I have no idea. This beauty shot thing right here, it's okay if you want to smooth out your skin tones and stuff, but sometimes it tends to smooth out things you don't really want smoothed out and just kind of looks blurred. So that's another feature, another thing about the LG V10 that I'm not crazy about. It's not a deal breaker. It's not terrible, but now, you know, the front-facing camera, which could have been wonderful with some of these manual controls. I understand that you can't have all of these manual controls because the camera's not as good of a camera, and so it's, you know, small built-in front-facing cameras. But I could have got some of them. I could have got the directional control of the microphone. That would have been great. So this is not something I hate or anything, but this is, I think, a myth that's going around about the LG V10. The myth is that when you go to this wide angle front-facing camera business, that both of these lenses are working in a combined effort to give you your image. That's just not true. So, you know, just about every video review I see of this, they talk about these dual front-facing cameras, and they talk about how you're getting both of these cameras combined to make an image. Well, that's the one you're seeing. I'm going to cover up the other one, and it makes no difference to the image if that one's covered up. If I can get my finger out of the point of view of the other one, see, the edges are not affected. You know, you can cover it completely up. It doesn't change the image quality. That's the only one that matters. The other one is not at play here. Now if I switch to this one, it's the same thing. I can cover up the wide angle camera and nothing. I cover up that camera and it covers the entire image. So, I mean, that's just a myth. I don't know who started that. I don't know who to blame for that internet. Maybe you could figure it out for me, but that's just not true.
Number 3.
Our next up is this laser autofocus. This is a really advanced feature, and the idea of it and the technology of it sounds fantastic, but I'm going to show you why it doesn't work that great, and it's really distracting when you're trying to make video that has anything that wants to change focus. And the whole point of having autofocus is that things can come into focus and then come out of focus, so you can focus on other things or can shift the focus from area to area. It makes a really distracting, jerking action in the video, and I've had to deal with this in several of my videos that I've tried to use this camera.
So if you pay attention to the Christmas tree there, you'll see it getting larger and smaller, like it's zooming in and zooming out. And that's from the autofocus hunting for focus. It's trying to focus on that quadcopter, then trying to focus on me, and it's causing the video to jerk in and jerk out. It makes it kind of annoying for the viewer to watch. It's something that's really hard to fix in post. So, you know, it's not the end of the world. Here's another short example. You see as I pan down from these icicles, you'll see it jerk. See it there? And it's not the end of the world, but it's kind of annoying.
Number 4. Also had problems pairing a Bluetooth microphone to use for the video mic, as there's an advertisement that LG's put out, the guy skateboarding wearing a Bluetooth microphone, and it's transporting to the video. Maybe it's a special Bluetooth mic, maybe it's something made for the phone, but they really need to let us know so we can do this too.
Number 5.
Next
problem's a pretty easy fix. It's the wireless charging. They didn't give us wireless charging. It's just a sticker. They cost retail $7 or $8, so I'm imagining for them they could have got it for $1 or $2 when they buy that many of them. You just stick it on the back of the inside of your case and you have wireless charging, or you can buy an entire new back like I did that has I wanted the leather back anyway, less than $12, and I do a little video to show you how to put it on and how it works, and you have wireless charging. I don't know why they didn't give it to us. They probably should have. It would have been a cheap way for them to add value to the phone. Number 6. The next issue is something that doesn't really bother me, but I know has been a problem for a lot of people. It's that second screen light bleed issue. Now, it seems to happen more at an angle. When you see straight onto the phone, you don't see it as much, but at an angle there is a bleed of light from that second screen. It does have a small, very minute effect on the natural screen of the phone. It's not a problem for me, but it's the one I've heard the most about, so I wanted to include it. So listen, I hope you like this video, and please don't think that I hate this phone, because I don't hate the phone. I like the phone. These are things that are problems that I hope that they fix in the future, and make it a lot more useful tool to make my videos on YouTube. Thanks for watching again. Please subscribe.